This is Millennial Money Mindset. If you want the fruits, you need the roots. Tax, we're talking tax. Don't turn off. I know tax can seem like it's boring, but it's super important. So why pay tax? So tax pays for hospitals, it pays for schools, it pays for roads, transport, it pays for libraries. So tax is really important. And good thing about tax is because it's collective, everyone pays together. It means you can pay more for more things than if we paid for things individually, like healthcare, for instance. So we're going to go through income tax today. So income tax is how you pay tax from working at a job. So I've got this analogy that I use, and it's like a jug. So think of it like a jug, and the water is like cash. Your cash, it's that cash flows. Cash is liquid, and it has a personality type a little bit like water. So income tax is what we're talking about today. And so when you work at a job, you get taxed for the work you do. So a certain portion of that money you're going to get goes to tax, and it's get taxed at source is what they call it. So if you work at a job, you are pay as you earn. So you don't need, the great news is you don't need to worry about working all this out, because your employer does it all for you. The HR department will work that all out for you, and you don't have to think or worry about tax. So that's great. Whereas if you're self-employed, if you have your own business, then you have to worry about, you have to do this, you have to do a tax return every year and the deadline's 31st of January. So I have to do that. I've done that for the last 3 years, send in a tax return, say how much you've earned each year. So right, coming to this analogy, so the income tax, so there's a number of different bands, so you pay different levels depending on how much you earn. So the great news is it's never been simpler. The bands are so simple today. This is for tax year 2021, so year 2020 and 2021, and they're real simple. It's like round numbers, and I remember studying this for my tax exams, and they were much more complicated just because they weren't round numbers. So today it's never been easier, which is great news. So the first level is zero tax. So everyone has a personal allowance, where you at £12,500. So you don't get tax until you start earning over £12,500. So if you have a part-time job, for instance, or your side hustle, and you don't earn over £12,500, you don't have an income amount that much, you won't pay any tax. It'll be zero tax in income tax, which is great. It kind of gives you an incentive to actually start making more money, or trying to get a pay rise, or go to full time. So yeah, that's at zero amount. So let's fill that up. Oops, so just over that. So yeah, until you start earning over £12,500, you pay zero amount of tax. Then if you start earning over that, then you pay 20% tax. So if you get £100, £20 will be paid in tax, in income tax, and that will be paid automatically by your employer. So yeah, the next level is 20%, and that's up to £50,000. So until you start earning £50,000, you'll be paying that amount in zero, and then over £12,500, you'll be paying that amount at 20%. And they'll work that out for you. So you don't need to know, you don't have to calculate it. It's worth looking at your pay slip at the end of the month to see if they've calculated it correctly. Then the next amount is 40%. So over 50% is, so 50k, £50,000, you'll be paying 40% in tax. So by that I mean that amount will still be paying zero, that amount will still be paying 20%, and anything above that £50,000 will be taxed at 40%. And then the next level is £150,000. So once you start earning over £150,000, then you'll be paying an additional rate taxpayer, and you'll be paying 40%. So that's the personal allowance at 0%. Then you'll be a basic taxpayer at 20%. Then you'll be the higher rate taxpayer paying 40%, and then you'll be paying additional rate taxpayer at 45%. Hopefully that's been useful. My name's Neil Doig. I am the founder of Money Tips, which stands for Tax, Investment, Property, Pension Savings, the author of Millennial Money Mindset, If You Want the Fruits, You Need the Roots, and the creator of Football Formation, Asset Allocation. Please like, please subscribe, and if this has been helpful for you, please forward this to a friend. Just copy and paste it and send it to a friend. I like to make things simple, fun, and achievable. So thanks so much. Please like, please subscribe, and see you again.